Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. All right, cool. All right, we got Timothy here, and he just turned 46, and he's done. Bro is donezo. So let's hear him out. Let's have him slip into frame and give us the skinny.
So
that is a nice babbling brook. I wish I was there right now.
I recently turned 46 years old, and I'm done. But it's not a bad done. I'm not giving up. It's actually a good done. Because I think I'm finally ready to be done with all the things in my life, in the world around me, that aren't serving me. I'm definitely done going after believing in or feeling less than because of these things.
Yep, he's sick of performing. I resonate with this. Granted, he's a bit older than me. I think that most men, they have these realizations in their late 30s, early 40s. It's just that midlife, right? You're looking back on when you were younger, the mistakes you made, the work you've done, the good, the bad, and the ugly, all of that. And then your time is obviously more precious because you have less of it. You're realizing you're facing your own mortality. You're looking at the last half of your life in front of you, and you want to be able to make more strategic choices because your priorities change a lot when you get into your late 30s and 40s. When you get to that midlife, a lot of you know what I'm talking about. And I had that process of individuation in my late 30s. It sounds like he's had that as well. I'm not sure how far along he is with that, but it sounds like he's ready to just he wants to drop the masks, is what I'm guessing. He's just like cut the bullshit. And yeah, and this society that we live in really wears you down. It wears you down. You're naive for a while, and it's just a lot of people, including myself, have the mindset at first when they're younger that, oh, this is just the way that it is, right? You don't really question much, but then later you start to ask why. Why are things like this? Why is it this way? And it really wears you down, and you're sick of it. So, but yeah, let's continue on.
You know, I'm 46. I plan to live well into my 90s. I'm halfway home. I like to look at it. And I
Glass half full kind of guy. Yeah.
will admit, I think I spent this first part of my life, as most of us do, kind of with this constant pressure on me. This constant pressure of like things I needed to do, things I needed to achieve. It was almost like I had to earn the right to be here, or I had to like prove to people that I was good enough to exist.
Yep. Performing. He's seeing through the game and sick of performing, sick of wearing masks, sick of just the whole status quo, going through the motions kind of mentality, right? Yeah.
Good enough to live. And it finally feels like, and maybe it's the age, or maybe it's just a lot of the work I've been trying to do over the last few years, but it finally feels like I'm getting to a place where I genuinely am just done with all that. I genuinely just don't feel the need to like impress people.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't care about what people think anymore, right? I don't dress to impress. I used to back in the day, but when I was like like a punk and a hipster and a scene kid, like with the hair straightener and the tight pants and the band tees, right, trying to look cool, I just don't care. You stop caring about that stuff. Sure, yeah, you like to look nice from time to time, but I wear sweatpants a lot, joggers, so just don't care. Just don't care. I'm actually. It makes me think of, if you've ever seen Garden State, Mark Largeman's friend. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But he has he's sitting on the couch, hitting his bong, and he says, I never forget this quote. I always think about it. But he says, "I'm okay with being unimpressive. I sleep better." Could not relate more. I sleep way better at night, not having to feel like I have to impress anyone. And yeah, the whole keeping up with the Joneses and comparing yourself to other people. Oh, they have this, I don't have it. It's not helpful to look to obviously to compare yourself to other people. Of course, it's the thief of joy, that whole cliche. It's true. And social media doesn't really help. It's good if you get off social media. I have a private Instagram, and that's about it. I usually just post stories or something. I don't really use it too often, but just like talk to friends. I just do some shit posts, but it's life gets really interesting as you get older. It really does. Because yeah, you're thinking about like him. He's an optimist. He wants to live into his 90s. I don't. I mean I'll live as long as as long as I live. I have no control over it. So, but I just couldn't imagine being old like that. Being in my 90s, just looking like a freaking goblin, and nobody looks good. Of course, you're that old. You don't care, but I don't know. This world is exhausting. It's very exhausting. This society that we live in, the culture, especially for a man, it's just exhausting. And everyone's over this. We're fed up with the system and all of that. People are very, very much over it. They're done. Everyone's done, right? It's just when you're his age, when you're my age and his age in your 40s, you just want to be left alone. You're sick of chasing approval, doing all that. You're done with it. You are done being that guy, right? Trying to impress people is such a fool's errand. It gets you nowhere. And you're impressing people you're trying to impress people you don't even like, that might not even like you. At the end of the day, everyone is focusing on themselves anyways. Who cares? Who cares if they're impressed with you? Who cares if they're not impressed with you? Either way, just keep doing what you're doing.
I'm just done with feeling like there are certain metrics in this life that I have to achieve, that I have to reach. All these boxes that like I was taught I needed to check. Yeah. In order to be a real man or to be successful, whatever it is. I just don't care anymore. Like I genuinely don't care. I know sometimes we talk about not caring, but like I'm at a place where like I feel myself genuinely not caring. And I know it's genuine because when I feel myself not caring about this stuff and being done with it, I question like, what? You know what I mean? Like I'll have a thought or I'll be kind of in a mood or whatever. And I'm like, what's happening here? You know what I mean? When you're so used to like living a certain way and
he's tossing the script. There is a certain script and he's done with it. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
And certain things having power and influence over you. When you find yourself in a moment where you feel like they're not, it's kind of like, what? I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, wow, I'm over it. All these societal pressures and all these norms that like society puts on you. And like I said, it's one of those, it's like a silent weight. If there's a weight you've carried your whole life, it doesn't even feel like you don't even realize the weight, right?
Yeah.
If you've had something on like weight on your entire life, it just seems normal. But like as it starts to fall away, that's what it's feeling like. It's feeling like a lot of this pressure, a lot of this weight is falling away. And I'm like, wow, like I'm feeling lighter now. I'm feeling more alive.
Yeah, you see through all this BS. You see things for what they finally are. You see through the charade. You see the man behind the curtain, right? You take the red pill. And you do feel more alive. Sure, there are a lot of caveats I've talked about when you wake up, when you get to this stage in life. But it is freeing in a huge way. It is very freeing. It does feel like all of this weight that you were used to, it falls off, and you're like, wow, I feel so much lighter. This is what this This is what actual normal feels like. This is what it feels like to feel freer. It's so mind-blowing whenever that happens, because like you said, you're used to all that weight. You don't even realize all that you're carrying. You have no clue, and then you finally see it, and you're like, "Wow, I was carrying all of that this whole time. Why was I doing that? That was so stupid." But yeah, it is necessary, I guess. So, but yeah.
And that's not to say I don't have a lot of the same problems and struggles, and I live on the same planet as everyone else, and in the same country as a lot of y'all, you know what I mean? And so all the things that are going on are still going on. It's not to say that like my life is perfect by any means. No one has a perfect life. But it does feel like I'm kind of living almost on like a different level now. And one thing I'm noticing is that like I feel less afraid moving forward to do things. I don't know, decisions in my life, major decisions that I feel like in the past I might have been a lot more hesitant to do. I'm looking forward, I'm doing some of them and looking forward to doing some of them without kind of that as much fear and worry. Almost because like, you know, that's another thing. I think I'm done with all the worry, bro. Sis.
Yeah, you detach from the outcome. That's what he's talking about. You just let it ride.
I'm not doing it no more. You know? I'm like, I've made it to 46. I have a good sense that I'll live a lot longer. But it's also kind of like, if I don't, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, it's like I don't want bad stuff to happen to me or things of that nature. But I'm kind of like, if they do, I'll figure it out. You know, like if I take some losses, you know, I'll just get back up and start riding the bike again. You know what I mean? If I fall over, I'll get up, start riding the bike again. If I take some losses, I'll just get it back. Like, I don't know, it's kind of hard almost to put it into words, but I can feel, and the reason I'm making this video is because I want to ask y'all, are any of y'all kind of feeling the same way? Is it age? Is it just the things going on in the world today? More of us are just kind of like getting to this place. Is it self-work? But it's just really like, I'm just getting to this place where like,
it's a lot of those things, but it is also the world itself. The world is in a very weird place. It's ugly out there, honestly. There are a lot of people that are just giving up. They don't have any prospects. they feel like everything is just nothing matters anymore. It's a lost cause, and I resonate with that too. There are a lot of things where it feels like it's just like it's shooting a BB gun at a freight train. All the corruption and the evil that has surfaced, and yeah, it's a crazy time to be alive. I don't know if this is a great time to be alive or not, honestly. You don't have any control over it. However, I do, just like a lot of people, I do miss when times were simpler, before social media and before all of these things have changed our behaviors and the way that we view the world and view other people, and how it's changed our culture in so many ways about how we conduct ourselves and what we worry about. It's a lot. Humans were not meant to have this many inputs as they do. That just all of the information that we have access to, and how the whole we've never been connected before, but so disconnected, and it's a lot to take in as a human. So everyone's nervous system is just on edge, in fight or flight. There's a lot of uncertainty and anticipation about the future. I feel that. I'm sure he feels that as well. But yeah, with all that said, I know I'm rambling. Here's where I'm going with this. It's just because of all of that, you just get to a point where you got to trim the fat, right? No more BS. You're done with performing for people. Like, it's just, the world's going to freaking crap. So I don't care what you think of me. I don't need to impress anyone. I did a lot of that in my 20s, had to impress people that I didn't even know, I didn't even like me, whatever the case may be, right? The whole Fight Club thing. But you just get to that point in life where you're just like, dude, like, if I die, I die. If this happens, whatever, I'll figure it out. You've had enough disappointment. You've developed calluses and scars, so you're not as sensitive, and you're more detached from these outcomes. You're not that, and that's the thing, is that you have if you set your expectations properly, or if you have no expectations in certain situations, then you're a lot happier. Honestly, you're a lot better off just detaching from the outcome and not focusing so much on things, having this hyper focus on what could or couldn't happen. I've always been a worrier. I've always been someone that had to feel like I was in control of something, even though I wasn't. I had to just think about it and focus on it constantly, trying to work it out in my head, staying up late at night, trying to figure it out, or to just run the different scenarios and have it hoping for the best scenario. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. Let's continue on with what he's saying.
Things that before bothered me or might have derailed me, or I felt this pressure, it's just not there. It's going away. It's like I'm done. Like I don't want to say I don't care, but it kind of feels like I don't care. I find myself saying that a lot. And I'm like, it's not that I don't care. I just don't care about those things, But it's like, these things just don't have a hold on me anymore. I just want to live my life, right? And if I have to do, I thought of this phrase today earlier, do just enough. I'm going to do just enough of the things I hate to be able to live the life I love. You know what I mean? And so it's like this ideal of like, yeah, there might be things like, you still get up, you go to work. And like I say, we still live in this planet that has poverty and crime, and we have our money worries and things of that nature. But like, I'm just going to deal with those as I have to deal with them. Mm-hmm. And the rest of my life is going to be living my life, enjoying my life. This second half is going to be more about me and like what I want. You know what I mean? And some people will say that sounds selfish, but like, it's okay to be selfish. Mm-hmm. I think that's part of it too. We live in like the most negatively selfish society, but anytime you try to be positively selfish, people tell you it's a problem. You say, I just want to live my life and do the things I enjoy. Well, what about other people? You know what I mean? It's like, well, actually, the better my life is, the more I can help other people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's profound for some reason, right? These simple things are now so profound. Yeah, if you take care of yourself, you can take care of other people a lot more effectively. I like this guy. I like his attitude. I think he's got a good attitude, and that's where I hope to be at 46, is having that mindset. Because I have been accused of being negative or a cynic or a pessimist, right? Because there's optimists, pessimists, and then realists, and of course people are like, oh well, realists are really pessimists. Here's the thing, this is the way I like to say it. I'm optimistic when it realistically makes sense to be optimistic. I'm pessimistic when it's realistic to be pessimistic, and then sometimes it's realistic to be, well, it could go either way. So, but it's all about detaching from the outcome. It's just, I like to call it like I see it, right? Maybe use a little Occam's razor in there, just whatever has the least objections. That's probably the answer. That's probably what happened, is going to happen, whatever. Whatever, man. Sometimes it's okay to be cynical. Sometimes it's never okay to be naive, I guess, but I don't know.
When your life sucks and you're going through it, you're not jumping out of bed to help other people. You don't have the energy. The better my life is, the more energy I have to help other people. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. I think this is the way we're supposed to feel. If we hadn't grown up in this system, in this society that programmed us to believe there was all this stuff we had to do, And you'll notice most of all this stuff you have to do either keeps you enslaved at like a job you hate, or it takes all your money. This is the whole point of the programming, is to keep you enslaved, working for somebody else, making them money, or to take your money. The little money they do pay you down there to the job, it takes it. All of it. That's what I'm really into. I'm like, it's all by design. All they need from us is like our labor and our money.
Yep.
And it's crazy that like they pay us a little bit for our labor and then they turn right back around and get the money back. It's all by design. It's all crazy. I was like, I'm just done playing that game. I'll play that game as much as I need to. If I gotta work, I'm gonna work somewhere that I enjoy or I'm compensated very well. And when I get my money, I'm not giving it right back to them, because there's nothing they can tell me I have to have beyond like what I need. If I gotta pay a little money for, food, clothing, shelter, things like that, for the entertainment I enjoy, cool. But like, I'm not gonna spend my time trying, well, you need a bigger house, you need the latest car, you need all this. If you don't have this, you're not successful. If you don't have this, like, you haven't made it. If you don't have this, you're a loser. If you don't buy this, like, no one will take you seriously. I had someone like comment that. I forget what video it was or what I said I was doing. And someone was like, oh, if you don't do that, no one will take you seriously. I don't care. Like, what does that mean? People won't take me seriously. What, you know what I mean? Like, there was a time I might have been like, oh yeah, people might. Now I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, you shouldn't even take that seriously when people say that. Whoa, it's just, yeah, what does that even mean? You stop listening to other people. You realize how dumb people are. And yeah, when you wake up to how the world really works, the way that we're all conditioned, there's this social engineering. It is the Matrix. We are essentially just batteries. They need us for our labor. That's it, for our labor. And you wake up to that, and you're sick of it. I will do the bare minimum. You don't even want to. You want to opt out as much as you can. If you could opt out all the way, that would be ideal. Of course, it's not realistic for a lot of individuals to just go completely off grid or whatever. But you just want to be left alone. And you don't care about other people's feedback or their input. You just want to live your life for you. And yeah, I have a kid, so I live my life for my son. And time really flies when you have kids, because you're watching them grow up, and it's just, I don't know, it flies by. It feels like only yesterday he was a baby, and now he's almost a teenager. So it's wild. And yeah, because I was 29 when he was born, and now I'm 40. It's crazy. It is nuts. And since 2020, since like 2019, it's crazy that 2019 is so long ago. It was 7 years ago. That is crazy to think about. How quickly time has flown by, and how many psyops we've been through since then, right? It's insane. But what life just feels like like the media, all that stuff. I don't know. People get enthralled in all the stuff going on online. People, there's like this Chud the Builder thing. I didn't even know about that until yesterday. Somebody said Chud the Builder, and I was like, what is that? What's Chud the Builder? So, and then Clavicle, that guy, what the frick? There's a lot of weird things going on that are just a psyop or just some type of distraction, just something that isn't worth spending your time on. And yeah, go out in nature, man. I need to head out into nature like this guy.
What? Take me serious? I don't want to be taken serious. I'm not a serious person. I don't want to be a serious person. It's like, it's just all this stuff that like means so much. And we really get down. We could be living amazing lives, and we can eat every day, and we can have a roof over our head, and we can have love in our life, and we'll still be down and depressed because we feel like we're not leveling up, or we don't have what this person has or what that person has. That's person's blessing. Actually, if it's a positive in their life, it's their blessing. A lot of times the stuff we look at other people and we're like, man, I wish I had that, like so-and-so has it. It's actually a curse to them, because a lot of times they can't afford it. It's a chain around their neck, dragging them down. Like a lot of times when we are envious of other people, we're envious of like their curse. But
Yeah, they're golden handcuffs.
even if it's their blessing, if it's a blessing to them, it's their blessing. I'm just trying to focus on like the amazing blessings I have and just like be grateful for those and like lean into gratitude. You know, I want a simple life. You know, I don't want an expensive life. I want, right? Right? I don't want an expensive life. That costs too much money. I want a simple life. And that doesn't mean like I have to be cheap, or that doesn't mean I have to deprive myself. Like if I'm living a simple life, the things I like are going to be simple. And they're probably not going to cost that much money. I don't want a luxurious, expensive life. And I don't care if like people say, you know, people used to always tell me, oh, if you're a minimalist, women won't like you. Okay. Like it's not true, but like, okay. This ideal of like, oh, you have to do things so that another human being will want to be with you the rest of your life. 46, don't care about it. If love comes around, cool. As long as it stays love and it stays around, great. Me and her can have a great time. If it doesn't, that's cool too. I got my little hobbies. You know what I mean? It's just like stuff that before would, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm less than because I don't have that, or I need to. It's finally get to the point where I'm like, I gotta.
This is where happiness comes from. This is what happened. Like this is happiness, right? This is obviously you're not happy all the time, but I'm not happy all the time. But when you start to view the world like this, you can find happiness and joy in the simple things. It's the simple things that really matter, right? It's the people in your life that you love, whether it's your kids, your friends, family members, whatever it is. And you just, who cares about like what an outsider thinks? Like who cares? I don't care. I get people talk shit to me all the time on my channel. I get insulted constantly. I don't care. Okay, it's part of it. Whatever. They don't know me. Or they're envious of me. I don't know. Either way, I like my life. I like what I do. And yeah, I'll continue to do this as long as I can do this. And things change. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I think a lot of people would just, if they would only just have that mindset of just not caring about what people think and just seeing through all the BS and just trying to simplify their lives. It really does simplify your life when you cut out all the noise from other people. I'm not saying that you shouldn't take constructive criticism. That's if you got people in your life that can speak into your life that way, that's great. You need that. But yeah, just the whole, oh yeah, you need to do that goes back into wearing masks and performing so that you will be accepted by these people that you don't really even want to be accepted by. So it's just because a lot of people, they'll say, well, you're going to be a weirdo. You're not going to be accepted into society or this group of people or that group of people, whatever. It's just, I don't even care about that group of people. They're annoying. They're schmucks. I don't care. I'm my own person. And also women find you a lot more attractive when you have this mindset. When you're just like, yeah, when you can just take it. It's the take it or leave it mindset. Yeah, I could take it or leave it. It's whatever. So I'm doing me, and I've got my priorities straight, and no one is going to disrupt my peace. And I'm only going, you have a lot of filters for the people that you allow into your life. You allow them into your life, and then you cut a lot of people out. Or they cut themselves out. You know, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But yeah, I don't know. Put a comment down in the comment section. Tell me, you know, if you could resonate with this, kind of what it's like for you. But that's my take on it.
This morning, had my coffee, went for a walk. I'm filming this video in a beautiful location, bro. Like, what else? Why do I need to add pressure and stresses on me when like we're here? You know what I mean? It's almost like an arrival, you know, getting to the middle age. It's almost like an arrival with my thinking, and I reached a level to where like, you know, that other stuff was back then. Like we've come to the level where like we don't have to do anything to impress anybody. I don't have to impress myself. You know, because a lot of time the programming gets us to a place where like we're the main person downing ourselves. Oh, you're not this, you're not that. Da, 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 da. I don't need to like prove myself to myself no more. Like we're here, we made it, we're good.
Like this video I'm making right now, I don't think I'm being very articulate. I don't feel like I'm saying a lot. I don't believe I'm saying anything that's new or anything like that. Anything that's mind blowing. It's really hot out. I got the AC blasting. It's 82 here in Michigan. It's humid. I have a headache right now, and so that's why I'm doing a reaction today, right? I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm just trying to put something out there. It's Sunday. I post on Sundays, so that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of do something a little light, right? I didn't want to do something that was too cerebral, I guess. Yeah, just wanted to react to something for a change. I didn't really want to take the time today. Got a pounding headache just to write something down, and you get it. I'm rambling. Let's let this dude finish up.
Good. We're enjoying life. What else do we need to? Why do I need to keep going with this other stuff? I'm done. You know what I mean? Like I'm good, and like it really feels so much better. Like I feel light. I feel like I'm getting lighter. And some of y'all I know what I'm saying, but it's just like just a lot of the pressure is just dissipating, and like I just know all I got to do is live my next 45. You know, like, yeah, like what? Enjoy the good times, get through the bad ones, like. And I do have goals, right? I do have goals. I do have things I want to accomplish, and I'm going to go after them. I'm going to accomplish them, but it's not pressure like these arbitrary goals and things that society says you need, because I'm going to enjoy the journey. You know, if it's something I really want to do, I enjoy doing it. You know what I mean? If it's something I really want to achieve, I'm going to enjoy the achieving of it, enjoy the journey, because it's going to make a great story when it's all over. But also, like, I enjoy doing it. You know, like if you're you know, play basketball, you enjoy and you want to win. The goal is to win the championship, or whatever sport. The goal is to win the championship. You enjoy playing all the games you got to play to get to the playoffs, to get to the finals, get to the championship, because you enjoy playing basketball. You enjoy that sport. That's how life should be. That's how life should be. I feel like a lot of our lives, like we're playing the wrong sport. That's how our lives are kind of set up now. It's like you love football, but you're playing golf. Like the world told us we need to be golfers. So we're trying to like be the best golfer ever, and we hate it. I feel like that's how a lot of our lives are. It's like we're going after these things we don't even care about, and we wonder why, like, even if we do get a little win, we don't care. Because we don't care. If we don't care, you don't care. If it doesn't mean anything to you, it doesn't mean anything to you. You know? But like if it's something that means something to you, you don't mind the journey. And that's what I'm saying. Like I don't mind, there's no pressure on me, or very little pressure. I guess there is still some, but there's not that ton of pressure, that weight on me when it's goals and dreams that I've picked for myself. Because I enjoy doing it. Every time I move a little forward, get a little closer to it, I'm like, oh, we almost there. You get kind of that excitement. Oh, maybe. Even when there's a setback, you're like, oh, gotta start back up. But you know what I mean? You enjoy the journey. That's what I want my life to be about. That's what my life is gonna be about from now on. Like, I'm just done with the stuff that isn't for me, the stuff I don't care about. I'm done with the societal pressure and the weight and the obligation. I don't care about none of that. I'm done. I'm just gonna live my next 45 or however many I'm blessed with. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all watching. In the comment box below, please.
Heck yeah, man. All right, so yeah, go check him out if you haven't already. Timothy Ward. I'll leave the link to this video down below. So yeah, he's got a substantial following there. So yeah, that's one of my goals, to get on up there. Yeah, I'm about to 60K, so that's cool. But yeah, you know, it's Sunday. Just wanted to just casual. It's really hot out, and I'm on a second floor apartment, so, and I don't have I have central heat, just not central air. And so I just have one of those portable ACs, and it takes it a while to cool everything down. So, yeah, I live a pretty simple life, right? I live in just a simple 2-bedroom apartment in a not so in a decent, slightly sketchy part of town. It's not too bad, but yeah, I'd hope to one day have a few acres. That'd be nice to be able to have just a nice, simple property. Nothing fancy. Just a nice, I don't know, three bedroom, 2 bath, right? Little 3 bedroom, 2 bath with with some animals and yeah, maybe a garden, some cows, right? Some Scottish Highlands. Just try. That's the thing is the simple life now is expensive, right? You have to be a millionaire just to live a simple life. It's bass backwards, but thanks Federal Reserve, thanks inflation, thanks quantitative easing, appreciate you. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna eat some food.